Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more.
Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Nikki Lopez to my morning show. Good morning, Nikki.
Good morning, Robert.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just trying to get a lot of studying done. I have a couple of exams this week, and then trying to get a lot of music done at the same time. So I've got a pretty full plate here these days.
You've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. What is that, Nikki?
Well, you know, I just try to take it day by day, because if I try to think about everything I have to do, no, hombre, I'll go crazy.
Welcome to the club, Nikki. There's a lot of us in that club. Anyways, I tell you what, before anything else, congratulations. You've got a couple of singles that I've been playing on my radio station, and they're actually kicking butt right now. Well, actually, I was playing El Calladito, but I just jumped on Rosas Amarillas. But I tell you what, before anything else, let's talk about you. Let's go back a little bit, and let's talk about Nikki. Where are you from?
I am from Kyle, Texas. I was born in California, but long story short, my father was military, and he married my mom out in California, and so I was born in Orange County, Anaheim. And then my mother got very sick, and since my dad's from Kyle, we brought her back to my dad's hometown out here in Kyle, and unfortunately, due to diabetes, she passed away, and me and my dad have just kind of been here ever since, just two peas in a pod.
Wow, and Kyle, Texas, that's a small little town.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, it's actually growing. Kyle is like, I mean, when we first started out here, there was nothing but a Dairy Queen, a barbecue place, and a Stack and Pack. And now, no, hombre, everybody lives out here. But, you know, it used to be one of those everybody knows everybody small town kind of things. But now it's really, really grown. But, you know, it's still great because it's close enough to the city to where we can go out to Austin if we need to, you know.
Sure. There's nothing like a small town, but of course, at the end of the day, it's nice to go out to the big city and do some shopping and, you know, you get some entertainment and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with that. I've been through Kyle many, many times. Now, let's see here. At the age of 18, you were performing with Los Texas Wranglers, wasn't that?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about this.
I actually met them out in San Antonio. I was just fresh out of high school, and I was walking around the market square, and they were performing, and I was watching them, and I had been singing, you know, cuando estaba chiquita, como like 5 years old, but I never really pursued it, and I never really knew what to do. I was, you know, my dad, we didn't have anybody in the musical family, so we didn't know what to do, so I just walked right up to Julian Fernandez, and I said, can I try out for your band? And he was like, sure, mija, and so I tried out, and then the rest was history. Nobody, we went to Memphis, Tennessee, and we went all over Texas, you know, won some awards, went to the Austin Music Awards, went to the Tejano Music Awards. I mean, those guys they built a foundation for me, and they taught me so many things, and I have them to thank forever and ever.
Now, one thing for sure is there's no way you could have gotten away with this being in California and you moving to Kyle. Heck, man, you put Tejano music in your backyard, didn't you?
I know I did. Well, I grew up around Tejano music. My dad was a big fan of Agustin Ramirez, Little Joe, Ruben Ramos. So those were all the people that he listened to on a daily. I would wake up listening to Little Joe. I love Tejano music. It's in my blood. I just love the culture. I love the music, and you know that's why everybody's like, well, are you going to do other kinds of music too? Well, yes, I do plan on doing other kinds of music, but I love my Tejano music, man, so I stick with Tejano.
That's awesome. That's really, really awesome to hear. Now, where did y'all separation come between you and Los Texas Wranglers?
Well, I was doing a lot of conjunto music with them, and really, to be honest with you, they saw me growing as an artist, and they actually told me themselves, you need to go find somebody else. Like, you need to go and do your own thing. Like, now's the time for you to start spreading your wings. And Julian actually was the person to guide me into the next direction. And he got me with Mr. Steve Rat Silvas, and I was singing with Cañonazo for a little while. And then after that, I went and I was singing with Calle Seis. And then after Calle Seis, you know, I was singing with just various groups out here in Austin, Beyond Therapy, Ruben Ramos was backing me out. And then now I'm finally creating my own project. So, yeah, the Texas Wranglers are the ones that said, Mija, you know, now's the time for you to spread your wings.
That's good. No, that's very, very good. And heck, man, now you got your own record label, and también you got your own music promoter as well, ¿verdad?
Well, yeah, we've got an in-home studio right now that we're building, and a business that we're trying to build together. Me and my fiance Mario, and he's the one that started everything. I mean, he is the musical genius behind it all. I mean, this guy has so much talent in one finger. You know, he's amazing. He can play almost any instrument. He can do all the productions. He's like the one-man band, you know. So it kind of works out because I'm the singer and then he's the band, you know. So we're trying to build something here together, and it's looking good so far.
You know, when I first got an email from your promoter Hernando Abelis, a.k.a. Spider-Man, like I said, I've had my radio station up and running for 3 years, a little over 3 years, and it's really kicking butt right now. And I can't tell you how many artists, new artists as well, send me their promos and their singles. And I'm not going to lie to you. You know, some I like, some I don't, but I try to be cordial. And, you know, but I'm honest. You know, I'll be cordial, but I'll be honest as well. You know, if it doesn't work, It doesn't work. If it does, it does. That's the way I am. But anyways, when you send me your music, I took a listen to it, and right away, I got to tell you, man, when I heard El Calladito, I said, man, that is simply awesome. I love the song. It's really, really good. It's refreshing. You got a different type of voice, and I really liked it, and it was written by Beto Ramon. Talk to me about the song El Calladito.
Well, I've met Hugo, you know, along the process over the years, and so when I met Hugo kind of took me under his wing, and we're great friends, you know, like family, and he's like, you know, we need to get you a songwriter, and I have the perfect person. So then he introduced me to Beto Ramon, and Beto, I love Beto, that he's a good friend of mine as well now too. And I told Beto, I told him my ideas. I said, look, I want to be different. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to represent women's empowerment. And he said, okay, Mija, let's do it. Well, one of the first songs that he actually showed me, and I'll never forget, we were at Hugo's house, and he played it, and he started playing it, and Mario was there with me, and he said, well, that song's about me. And we were like, well, then I guess we got to buy it. And so it's called El Calladito. It's about a man who is, he's very much in love. He's a very passionate and loving man. But he has, when his woman is out in public, he's very quiet. And that's exactly how Mario is. He's very quiet. He's very shy. And then, you know, behind closed doors, it's a whole nother ball game. He's a wonderful person, but he's so humble, and he prefers not to be in the limelight, you know. But that's why we call him the El Calladito. So that's where that song came from.
That's awesome, and it's a very good song. I've been getting a lot of great responses for that song, and like I said, that's the one that really caught my attention. On your voice, on your style, I really liked it.
Well, thank you. We wanted to bring something fresh to Tejano music, and he kept it very traditional. So he's got a style of his own. He's been doing a lot of productions for various artists, and I just tell you, I couldn't be more proud of him. So there's a lot more like that to come. I will tell you that.
Now, you've got a new release single also called Rosas Amarillas. Talk to me about this.
Yes, sir. So that's another one by Beto Ramon. And that one's just a real beautiful, you know, it's kind of a cumbia romántico. You know, it's real pretty, and that's what we were going for. And that one is special to us because in the video, it's actually on YouTube. The video we have my stepdaughter. It's Mario's little girl, and she's absolutely beautiful. She's 7 years old, and we asked her, Mija, do you want to be in the video with us? Because we thought it would be special. You know, years later we can look back at it and she can see, you know, and I'll tell you what, she can sing too. She's a little shy, but she's got it in her blood, you know, because of her daddy. So we had her in the video. She was a superstar, and then Mario was there at the end giving me the little kiss, the prince kiss at the end, and it was really neat because it meant something to us.
I was informed by Hernando that You're going to be having, once your CD is released, which you're looking at December, right? Give or take a little bit?
Right. Give or take, we're looking at December, maybe the beginning of next year, because we're trying to make sure that this album gets submitted for the Tejano Music Awards. I've never been able to attend as a solo artist, so this is my first time coming out. We want to make sure that we can submit it, and also we want to give ourselves enough time to get a visual album complete, because that's the catch on this. We're doing not only an album, an audio album, but we're doing a visual album. So every single song that I'm planning on releasing is going to have a music video with it. And I think that's what's going to I'm going to stand out from other artists, because I see a lot of other artists coming out with music, but I don't see a lot of music videos. And so we're going to try to do a complete visual album. So not only will you get a CD, but you'll get a DVD complete with all music videos.
That is really, really cool. But, of course, I want the listeners to understand this, who are listening to this interview, that it takes money. It takes time and money on this project, especially not only to record your music, but also to tie in a video to each and every song. That is something that I've never seen anybody else do, unless it's a live concert event. But this is a live, right?
Exactly, and that's what I was doing my research, and who am I going to be as an artist, and what am I going to bring to Tejano music? And so I did some research, and I started looking up a lot of artists, and I said, well, these artists have been out here for 20 plus years, but they've only got 5 music videos. And the big markets, they have a music video for every single song that you look up. And so I said, you know what? Now's the time for me to come out with a visual album. And so we're taking it piece by piece. Like I said, I'm planning it out to where I'm like, okay, guys, we got to do 2 videos this month. We got to do 2 this month. And we're planning it out, and we're trying to get everything done and to make it look, to make it look nice. And I'm so grateful that I have Lupe Moya as my videographer, and he's fantastic, and he works really fast. So, we're excited about it. And like you said, a lot of artists only do the live DVD albums, which we'll probably do one of those too, but we wanted to bring something different to La Onda Tejana.
Well, sure, even more so with the power of YouTube. The power of YouTube, it is monstrous.
I mean, all it takes is one of those videos to go viral.
That's right.
What I mean?
That's right.
A window of opportunity. God willing, some opportunities will open for us. But I've always told people, no matter what, I love Tejano music, and I love just being out there and performing. I love the reaction that I get from the people, and I just love what I do. So regardless of the outcome, we're going to keep making music for you guys.
Now, Nikki, do you have a band in place or not yet?
We are doing that right now. So we're about halfway done with the show. We're doing a full live show, and yes, we're going to have a band, and I'm going to have dancers, costumes, the whole 9 yards. So, we're going to try to raise the bar here a little bit. And I've always been a fan since I was in high school. I was on the dance team, and we did a lot of dance competitions, and I did a lot of costuming, and I just love that part of it. And that's what I think makes us a good team, me and Mario, is because when it comes to music, he's got that under control, and then I'm all about the visual performance. So I'm really excited. It's a big risk that I'm about to take. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I do plan on coming out with a lot of visual costumes, dancers, and just a very high-energy performance.
Oh, well, Chitty, you just took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to say, it looks like we're talking about a very high-energy performance.
Yes, and you're going to have everything. It's going to be a little crazy because you're going to have hip-hop interludes going into cumbias, and then, hip-hop interludes going into rancheras, and then we're going to have an oldie section. We're going to try to cater to every crowd, to the young crowd and to the older crowd. And then we're going to also make sure that we're going to stick with our Tejano, but we're going to throw a little bit of everything in there. So I think it's going to be cool. I hope everybody likes it.
Nikki, who are your musical influences?
Well, first and foremost, Beyonce. I'm a big fan of Beyonce. She is my main influence, I would say. Growing up, Whitney Houston, Selena, Stephanie Lynn, Mariah Carey. So I love all of those artists, but primarily, I kind of listen to Beyonce all day, every day.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, let me ask you, do you have any performances scheduled anytime soon?
I do. So our first performance, and we're really excited about it, is November the 13th, i.e. in Corpus Christi on the Domingo Live TV show.
Okay.
So that will be our first time coming out as a group, as a band. And so, we're excited about that.
That will get you some awesome promotion out there in Corpus Christi and the surrounding area, no doubt.
Not bad for having your first gig on TV, huh?
There you go. That's what it's all about. Nikki, now let me ask you this. I know that you're just getting started, and I'm sure you're realizing that there's a lot of work behind it that people fail to realize, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. Not only that, I mean, like I tell people sometimes, because they're like, well, don't you get nervous? And I'm like, well, yeah, I get nervous every single time I get up there. It doesn't matter if there's 5 people in front of me or 100 people. I still get nervous. And, you know, I could sing Cuatro Caminos 200 times, but you get up there and those nerves get to you, and you forget the words. You know, and then sometimes I'm a perfectionist, and I'm really hard on myself, and I like to do good every time. So sometimes you have to recognize that it's not always going to be your best day, and you just have to take it with a grain of salt. And not everybody. I think one of the biggest things that I've had to face too is it's a lot of work, and then you get up there, and then not everybody likes you. Everybody has their opinions, and you know, and that's great. I love to hear it. But it has been quite the journey. A lot of times winning the love of the women, and you know, when I first started, there were a lot of women that just didn't like me, and I wanted them to understand, hey, I'm all about the ladies, like, you know, that I grew up without a mother, and so I have always found myself clinging to women, and I have a lot of girlfriends, and so I'm a girly girl, and so now I've been very blessed to have a following of a lot of women that really believe in me, and it just means so much to me.
Boy, Nikki, I get so nervous sometimes, Robert, that when I'm singing Cuatro Caminos, I'm going, Cinco Caminos. Wait a minute, was it Cuatro or Cinco? 12 Caminos.
Forget how many
right? Hey, somebody help me, man. Cuatro Caminos. How many Caminos do we have here, man? Somebody help me, right?
That's the moment where you put the microphone out to the crowd, and then you pretend like you're letting them sing, but really you forgot the words.
Okay, so we go from a performance to a karaoke show. Help me out, everybody. There we go. Put that mic out there.
Right.
Anyways,
no, but
Nikki.
It is a lot of work. It really is. You know, especially on the music end of it. It's a lot of work and a lot of preparation just for 3 minutes of somebody to either like it or not like it.
Of course, and at the end of the day, Nikki, it's all about the fans, the crowds, you know, and you know you're always going to get critics. I don't care what kind of business you're in, critics will be out there, and it's just a matter of you getting past that and just looking straight ahead and go after your dream.
But I'll tell you what, I never imagined, that it would even come this far. I mean, even when I started out with the Wranglers and I was just, you know, fresh out of high school, 17, 18 years old, I never imagined that I would be on the radio. I never imagined that I'd be playing, that people would tell me, oh, I heard your music in another city. I mean, so it's overwhelming, and I really do consider every opportunity a blessing. And, you know, I have people like you to thank for helping share our music. And, you know, right now it's already for me, even though I'm not rich and famous, I'm already living the dream because I'm doing what I love and people are enjoying it. And to me, that's really what matters.
How does the saying go, Nikki? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right?
That's right. That's right. That's so
there
true.
you go. There you go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Well, I'll tell you what, my station has been up and running for over 3 years. I've had over 90,000 people go through my station. I'm internet radio. It's kicking booty. And mind you, I'm in the same boat you are. You try something, and you got to go after it. And, you know, you're never going to know unless you try. You know, and I wish you
have fun in the process.
That's right. I wish you all the best in the world. I like your music. You know, I'm not here to lie about anything or anybody. You know, if I didn't like it, I'd say, well, no, Nikki, or we probably wouldn't even be doing the interview. But like I said, I love your music. It sounds very, very good. It's refreshing. You've got a different style of voice that I like, and I wish you nothing but the best. Now, Nikki, let me just say this. Any last words for your fans?
I mean, just thank you, and I love you guys. I mean, you guys are really making my dreams come true, and I hope that I can keep everybody entertained, and I hope that I can bring something new and fresh to Tejano music. And I just want to thank them so much, and to thank you for sharing our music, because that's what really makes us happy. It's not about the money. It's not about, being popular. It's about doing what we like to do, our passion, and everybody's enjoying it. So really, I just want to tell them thank you so much for all of your kind words, for your encouragement, and it means the world to all of our team. So thank you.
Nikki Lopez, thank you for being part of Robert Rivas Radio.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Robert.